Welcome, Thunderbird parents, to the Parent Night Online. The Thunderbird teachers are Mrs. Andrade, who teaches the English language learners for the Phoenix and the Thunderbirds. Mr. Gorski teaches science and life ed. Mrs. Holliday teaches math and the math ed section of life ed. Ms. Sedler teaches social studies and language arts. Mrs. Toby teaches language arts and reading. And Mrs. Jacobs is our facts teacher, and she also connects with our team during Tiger Time. Parent-teacher conferences are on Wednesday, October 29th from 5 to 8 p.m. and on Thursday, October 30th from 12 to 8 p.m. You can sign up for conferences by contacting your child's home-based teacher. If your child is absent on a school day, they can check D2L and Google Calendar for any missed classwork and homework. If they have any questions, they can always email their teacher. If they need any handouts or worksheets, it's a good idea to email the teacher and we can put them out in a bin outside Mrs. Holliday's room, room 406. I'm Mr. Gorski and I teach science for the Thunderbirds. In science, we cover scientific inquiry, living organisms, ecology, matter and energy, which includes electricity, earth systems, and technology and history of science. We do use these 5 textbooks, but only in class, as students take notes on them and can also view many activities and other resources on D2L if they have questions. In Life Ed, we have an opportunity for some flexible team time so that we can protect the content areas. In Life Ed, we have a Harvesters Service Learning project that we will work on. We have an Olvea's anti-bully program that we discuss. We have health lessons, digital citizenship units, Project Alert drug prevention program, as well as some flexible time for students to retake tests, which when they have Life Ed on Fridays, they will be able to do. Our team uses the following ways to communicate with parents. The place to go for content and information is D2L or Brightspace. The Google Calendar is embedded in there and you can see a student's assignments on there. We also use a Remind text message program, which is in your parent orientation folders, directions for. They want you to download the app, but you can always receive text messages by typing that message to that phone number or going to the website and adding your email to that Remind list. We also have a Plaza Tbird's Twitter account, which we use to share and model proper social media use. This is what our D2L page for the Plaza Thunderbirds looks like. It is our team website. The course is Plaza Thunderbirds, and you have access to the D2L page inside your parent folder. You can see here's the Tbird's calendar, news events, videos, and even the Twitter feed is in there. If you ever need to access calendars, you can click on Content and go to Tbird's Classes Google Calendar and see the different calendars. The students should have these calendars added to their Google Calendar. We covered that over 2 days in science class. If you have any questions about our communications or anything else, please let us know. You can contact me at gorski.parkhill.k12.mo.us.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Toby, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about our Thunderbird ACE Awards. At the beginning of the year, the students ranked the traits that they felt that we needed to be successful as a team, to reach our goals, and to be able to work together. The students chose respect as the first trait that we needed to be successful, and the second trait was responsibility. From there, they ranked cooperation, self-reliance, perseverance, integrity, gratitude, and purpose as the traits that we need to show each day to be able to work together to reach our goals. Every 2 weeks, we will select our Team ACE Awards for a particular trait, beginning with respect for the first part of September. We have squadron meetings that meet every 2 weeks about in the morning, where all of the home bases get together and we meet as a team to recognize students and to celebrate our successes. The students that are chosen are selected by the teachers for students who have demonstrated that trait. Students can also nominate other students for that ACE award. The students that are chosen as an ACE Award get to wear sunglasses and 5 strings of beads for the day to recognize their ACE performance. They'll also be featured on the Team Desire to Learn webpage and also on our bulletin board in the hallway, their pictures. And so they will also get to celebrate each month. That month's ACE Award winners will be able to join the teachers for a pizza party at lunch, and this will be provided at no cost to the students because we have had a generous donor offer to sponsor this year. In language arts, Ms. Sedler and I co-teach the class. We focus on writing from various genres, developing grammar and standard English convention skills, and practicing effective research skills. Our focus in quarter 1 and 2 is developing informational writing. Quarter 3 is argumentative writing. This is a step up from the opinion writing that students did in elementary school, with a focus on being able to justify their thinking and develop logical reasoning as evidence to support their claims. Fourth quarter, we focus on narrative writing, and we also focus on research skills all through the year. Research skills, our focus is to evaluate the credibility of sources and also how to paraphrase and cite information to avoid plagiarism. In addition, we also focus on conventions and grammar skills with an emphasis on developing clear and correct usage of pronouns and sentence skills. Speaking and listening skills are integrated in all of our classwork throughout the year. We don't have a class textbook for language arts that we use. Our resources will be primarily the students' writer's notebooks that will develop focus lessons and notes from our mini lessons each day, and they will have their daily writing there. They will also have class resources on Desire to Learn, and much of their writing and assignments will be completed through Google Classroom. A new resource we have available to us this year for practicing conventions is noredink.com. The students are able to access this with their Park Hill Google user ID, and it provides them with individualized practice and feedback on the grammar skills and convention skills that they are developing themselves. I also teach reading. In 6th grade reading, our focus is on establishing and maintaining students' reading stamina and also helping them develop the comprehension skills and strategy that will help them understand and make meaning from more complex text. We concentrate on both fiction and nonfiction text throughout the year. Some of the skills that will help them develop meaning and understanding that we focus on and that are units that are assessed are summarizing, making inferences, comparing and contrasting. We also focus a lot on analyzing text to make meaning and make connections to why it's important. These include determining theme and central ideas, determining author's purpose and point of view to be able to identify bias and perspectives and how that influences the piece. We also explain and analyze the structure of a piece and how that helps us build meaning as readers. In addition, we will develop vocabulary and word study through the year. The vocabulary will consist of collections from the students' own reading, and they will be keeping a vocabulary collection journal in their reading spirals. Word study will include the study of Greek and Latin roots, in addition to prefixes and suffixes to build on the word study skills they had in elementary school. The homework for reading will be to read for at least 20 minutes each day. Research shows that the way students build their skills as readers is simply by reading. There's no other way to help them grow as readers more effectively and efficiently than time reading. During this 20 minutes time, I ask the students to monitor the number of pages read to see what their pace is and to get to know themselves as a reader. This way they can tell whether they're reading 2 pages during that time or 20 pages, and they can evaluate how well they're using the reading strategies and making meaning. In addition, they'll add 4 vocabulary words to their collection each week or every 2 weeks with our block schedule. In addition, you may have heard your student talking about our reading record and 40 book challenge. This is not the keeping track of books that they read is an expectation as a part of the class. The 40 book challenge is not a requirement. It is a goal that I encourage the kids to set to help them read more this year than they have in the past. I also strongly encourage the kids to individualize this goal if the 40 book challenge seems overwhelming, that it is simply to look and think about how much they read last year and to read more. This is not a set of books that they are required to read. It's a variety of genres that I encourage them to read across and record the books that they read with the goal of reaching 40 by the end of the year. We go to library every 2 weeks in reading class. They will receive a library lesson with Mrs. de Blasi, our librarian, and also have an opportunity to check out. In addition, we have an open library that students can go, return books, and check out new books throughout the day, in home base in the morning, and also with a pass from their classroom teacher if it is a good time for that teacher. If your student is in Bridges, they will have that class with Mrs. Scott in place of their reading class.
This is Ms. Sedler now. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about social studies for the year. We will cover 4 main topics: geography, economics, culture, and government. We've started right away with geography, and we'll look at the 5 themes. We'll also look at the beginnings of civilizations. Your child had their first test yesterday and today, so the 4th and the 5th of September, and you can find those grades on PowerSchool. We'll cover all 4 of those topics and seeing how they relate to the students' lives now and kind of making them really relevant. 4th quarter project, we will actually take all 4 of our units, so what they learned in geography, economics, culture, and government, and they will actually create their own civilization. So if they decide that they would like to live in a place that's very cold because they like to wear coats and jackets all the time, then they would locate themselves there on a map. Or if they know that they need a river to survive, they might locate near the Nile or something like that. So it's a very fun and engaging class. We will do lots of projects, have tests, and those will be the 2 grades that go into PowerSchool, tests and projects. So that is, if you have any questions about social studies, you can just email Ms. Sedler. Mrs. Holiday could not be here today to record this, but she was here last night. So math, they will use digits and 10 marks, and if you have any further questions about math, you can email her at holidaya@parkhill.k12.mo.us. And lastly, if you have any questions after this video or after getting the paperwork from your kids, that we had passed out, you can email either the core teacher that you have questions for, or you can contact your child's home-based teacher. We missed you, and we hope that this was helpful. Have a great day.
Okay.